Or red light. Or green light. Red light.
Red light.
light.
Why she got such long hair?
I don't know.
Nope, it still has to be moving. You're gonna die right here.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm dead.
You're... Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it has to be moving in a rhythm.
I've seen the downfall of various channels throughout my life. I witnessed the death of Prank versus Prank. I witnessed the very fortunate end of Joey Salads and Sam Pepper. I've seen Rooster Teeth fall out of favor, and thus them firing everybody at their company, and the only ones that are really left are basically just in placeholder positions. And I've seen people come and go on this platform, and it's just, you can't really help whenever you fall out of favor with people. It's like, I know that our channel isn't at the heights that it used to be, but by no means are we like out the door yet. And who's to say that we won't have a turnaround and then people will start coming back and start tuning in again, because it happens. People move on, but then rekindled interest can sometimes be even greater than the original success that you had. And there's this channel that they're discussing here. I've seen some of their videos because I have family members who used to watch them a lot. So Sis versus Bro. I'm just going to let Sunny B2 get into this so that he can discuss in greater detail what exactly happened, because he's a lot better at it than I am.
I have no fucking clue what this is even about.
You'll see. But anyway, Sunny B2, the brutal collapse of Sis versus Bro. Here we go.
Sis vs Bro was once gaining well over 200 million views every single month, yet these days the channel sits completely abandoned, with Ronald and Karina's relationship having declined pretty significantly.
I am a different person from Ronald. My life isn't completely intertwined with Ronald. He's doing his own thing. Why? I don't know, okay? We're not twins or something.
And this is a huge problem because the channel was built on the relationship between the two kids. Sis vs Bro was launched in early 2016 when Karina was 9, Ronald was 7, and the two were radiating with excitable energy. It was obvious that the siblings loved making the videos in the beginning, and when this authentic, fun energy was mixed with a competitive element being their sibling rivalry, the YouTube algorithm began to promote their channel relentlessly. Only 6 months after beginning on YouTube, Sis vs Bro had already cracked 1 million monthly views. Then only 8 months after that, their channel rocketed past 100 million monthly views, displaying just how quickly they'd become a household name here on YouTube. Every single piece of content they put out was family friendly and relatable to anyone who had siblings, and when this was mixed with a gradual increase in production value and thumbnail quality, the view count on each video began to go crazy. Giant Gummy vs Tiny Gummy, 66 million views. Pancake Art Challenge, 98 million views. Older sibling vs younger sibling, 107 million views. At around the same point in time, being only a year after launching the channel, the Sis vs Bro family purchased a vacation home in Spain.
And today we're gonna do a house tour of our vacation home.
And while their previous uploads had made it somewhat obvious that the family was already wealthy prior to beginning YouTube, the purchase of this house was without a doubt aided by the extreme success they were seeing on the Sis vs Bro channel. Insanely enough, only 4 months after purchasing this vacation home, they'd upload a new video explaining that they were back in Spain looking for another house.
And we're in Spain and we're looking for a long-term house.
This time viewing significantly larger properties.
Ron, check out this house. It's so cool. It's so huge. Look, there's an elevator!
With the purchase of their second new house being mixed with holidays in Africa, Thailand, and Dubai.
I am so excited. This is gonna be our 3rd time going to Thailand.
With each location being flown to in business class.
But today we're gonna be going to Dubai in business class, and we're super excited!
All whilst their channel continued to grow in the background.
2 days ago, we reached 1 million subscribers!
Sis First Bro rocketed past 2 million, 5 million, then 10 million subscribers, making them Canada's 9th most followed channel only 3 years after beginning their journey. However, this insane level of success also began to introduce its own set of problems. On a Quora thread discussing the Sis First Bro channel, one user wrote, "It was so much fun when they used to make their slime, Orbeez and hide and seek videos, but as time went by it was all about their house, their room, their iPhones, not the quality content they provided." This statement was backed up by another user who wrote, "Their videos mainly feature them bragging about themselves and their possessions. There are some people who think Sis First Bro are spoiled, and I personally agree. Back in the early days of this channel they had slime videos, challenges, pancake art and food vids. Years later their channel started having them flex about their iPhones and doing videos like I buy whatever you spell, which was followed by one final anecdote reading, they keep bragging about how rich they are. They're just spoiled children who need discipline." Now we could probably sit here and try to make some over-the-top argument about how flexing ruined the channel's reputation.
Look, I'm not going to even sit here and pretend that I know what it's like to be successful on this level. I can only state this. You need to evolve your content, especially if you're growing that fast. Your content needs to evolve to match what your audience expects. And you're not going to be able to please everybody. Like, hell, I've noticed, this is a lesson I learned a long time ago, and to anyone looking to get into YouTube, this is the lesson that every single one of you needs to know. You are never, ever going to please everybody, and you should never try to. You need to find your audience. You need to basically help grow your audience in certain ways, but you should never sacrifice your soul and who you are as a person to fit and do what you think, whatever you think is going to get you more views. Now, these kids here, I mean, they came up, I mean, they were already well off, and just having this made them even more wealthy.
Which made me, I'm wondering, if they were already wealthy, then what's the need to exploit your kids?
Well, I don't think they're really exploiting their kids. I think these kids are really in control of their channel and their destiny and everything.
Okay.
And I don't know.
Okay.
What?
Doesn't look like it. Kids' videos look a lot different than this.
Well, I mean, they're putting production value into it and everything, and I think that the kids they're taking cues from their parents and stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, if the parents are exploiting them, and
this looks like a full-on production. The professionalism that he was showing from their early stuff at the very beginning looks like people with mad experience and a plan did this shit.
Maybe. I mean, if they did, then it worked.
It worked.
But exploiting kids, if your kids don't want to do something, they're going to say something. But I would say the biggest thing is, if the kids are having fun and, their video ideas are the ones that are being brought front and center, then I don't think there's really a problem with it. But there's a reason why YouTube has rules in place now, because there are certain families that did take advantage of that, and, there are abuse scandals that did arise from it.
Yeah, it's not cool, man.
No, it ain't. But anyway.
Although the actual data doesn't suggest this at all. Some of the most popular videos posted to the Sis First Bro channel include their house tours and travel vlogs, with the success of these videos likely being a partial result of their young audience, as this age group seems far less repulsed by bragging and flexing in comparison to an older audience. Additionally, the flexing done on the Sis First Bro channel feels as though it's coming from two kids simply going through an exciting life, as opposed to bragging from a position of insecurity, as was the case in our Quebblecop video from a couple months back.
That one.
However, while it's difficult to make
sucks.
the argument that flexing and bragging ruined the channel's reputation, their life of luxury did seem to have an effect on something slightly different: the family's motivation to produce content. In early 2021, Sis First Bro would announce that they were making yet another upgrade to their lifestyle by purchasing an absolutely insane 7-bedroom mega mansion.
So guys, welcome to our new house. This is the biggest house we've ever lived in. It's truly like a mansion. It's huge.
Yes, it is humongous.
The siblings displayed their incredible new outdoor area,
A huge pool. Look how big it is. There's a cover over it right now, but look how huge it is. It's so big.
they showed off their indoor gym and sauna,
We have a full gym over here. A full gym. We have all all the equipment.
as well as the mansion's breathtaking mountain views.
And over here we have this amazing view. Look at it, of these mountains. It's so cool.
However, the most interesting thing to note is that in the lead up to this house tour, SIS vs. Bro hadn't uploaded a video in over 2 months.
We know we haven't been posting a while, but from now on, we promise we're gonna be posting every single Saturday because now we have more space to do more videos because we're gonna be moving to a mansion. Yay!
As mentioned, Ronald and Karina plan on posting new videos every single Saturday once they moved into their mansion, although this isn't what would happen. SIS vs. Bro would upload 2 final videos titled Who Will Win the Master Bedroom in Our New House and Karina's Master Bedroom Tour before the channel would be completely abandoned. Exactly why SIS vs. Bro had disappeared out of the blue wasn't obvious in the beginning. However, in the months that followed, different pieces of evidence began to pop up, showing that there were things going on behind the scenes that weren't all that obvious to their YouTube audience. The family's main problem was that the kids were simply getting older. When the channel began, they were both younger than 10, yet by 2021, Ronald and Karina were both entering puberty. When you're a kid, it's fun to be mean to your sister for 24 hours, but when you're about to go into high school, you might think of it as somewhat pathetic. Additionally, on the topic of going into high school, what are your friends going to think about the videos that you make? The siblings had gotten to an age where all of a sudden you want to fit in with those around you, and it becomes a question of, is continuing to make kids videos on the internet going to help Ronald and Karina fit in at school? Well, apparently not. As shortly after the videos stopped on SIS vs. Bro, Karina would begin to upload content on TikTok, during which she'd begin to sport an image that was significantly different to how she looked on YouTube.
The people that always wear like one piece of jewelry, like it's always on their person no matter what their outfit is and like what it matches with, it's just their thing that they're always carrying with them, I feel safe around them.
Additionally, many of these TikToks were concerned with the way she looked, as well as her different phases, almost as if she was trying to show the audience that she was no longer the same Karina from SIS vs. Bro. If anyone asks you if you're that kid from SIS vs. Bro, tell them you don't know what they're talking about. That was my plan anyway. This comment came alongside another TikTok video in which Karina could be seen laughing at the slime, gummy, and unicorn videos she made as a kid, and as you might suspect, Karina's new cynical attitude about her past was disappointing to the many who had grown up watching her on YouTube. I didn't notice this was Karina. Why aren't you guys SIS vs. Bro not posting anymore? Oh my gosh, you've changed. Karina would provide a little bit of information about the end of SIS vs. Bro, stating that it stopped being fun a few years ago. However, she still had substantially more information to share on her TikTok. It's somewhat difficult to figure out exactly what this video is trying to say, but Karina seems to imply that whenever her and her dad get into arguments, they just scream at each other inaudibly, with this video being released alongside an Ask Me Anything on Snapchat, in which she'd state that her parents always try to find a reason to yell at me or take my phone, and that maybe this time they're so unbelievably mad at me that they can't yell. In addition to these posts about her and her parents' rocky relationship, Karina would post another TikTok stating that she'd been expelled from her school, revealing once again on Snapchat that it was for getting high in the bathroom. Karina had stated in previous TikToks that she would start drama to make school less boring, and when confronted about the change in her attitude during a live stream, Karina had the following to say.
You changed. Well, I mean, people do change. Like, not everybody's gonna be wearing diapers forever. So, people change. Is that, like, upsetting? Should I still be wearing diapers?
The most interesting thing to be noted from this response is that Karina appears quite arrogant and entitled. And I could be wrong with this claim, but maybe this arrogance has something to do with being brought up in a luxury environment where they were constantly spoiled in order to create content. On the other hand, maybe that's just a cliche created by people who wish they had that kind of upbringing. And at the end of the day, at least Ronald and Karina made a lot of money out of the channel, right? Well, maybe not. Karina stated in a different video that she used to pay her parents' bills with slime videos, which accompanied another TikTok stating that she only had 12.4 euros to her name, showing that perhaps all of the YouTube money simply went to the parents, leaving Karina with the opinion that her time on SIS vs. Bro was the worst 5 years of her life. This is all just speculation, of course, and maybe withholding money from the kids until they're older is actually the smartest move. Sure, the siblings have both been big stars on YouTube, but they're still just school kids with limited money management skills, and to hand them millions of YouTube dollars at such a young age.
I agree with that. I mean, because I'm going to encourage my kids, if I ever have kids, I'm going to encourage them, if they want to make YouTube videos, cool. And if they are successful at making YouTube videos, then I would not mind helping set up a trust for them so that when they're older and they're actually able to financially like take care of themselves better, then they'll have that at their disposal. But to give a kid that much money that young is a bit irresponsible.
Yeah,
I agree with that. And Karina, from what I'm seeing here, it strikes me that she might be resentful of the fact that she didn't get that money, and maybe, I don't know, mentally it's almost impossible to tell if anything's going on with somebody if they're not able to properly express themselves.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows at this point? Yeah.
Would more than likely end in disaster. And while Karina has been quite vocal since the SIS vs Bro hiatus, Ronald has barely said a word, with the possible reason for this being because, according to his Instagram, his social media presence is still managed by his parents. Ronald has begun to post the occasional photo and story on Instagram, however his TikTok accounts are banned constantly, whilst his 2 personal YouTube channels haven't seen a new video in well over a year. Interestingly, however, Ronald did appear in a recent video uploaded to his dad's channel, where the two could be seen building a new computer intended for Ronald to do some live streaming.
That's gonna be the main monitor for streaming for Ronald. That's his control deck right here for the stream.
This might also be a sign that Ronald plans on coming back to YouTube, although considering Karina stated in a TikTok that Ronald refuses to do anything with her, it's unlikely that there'll be any revival of the SIS vs Bro channel anytime soon.
I just get bad vibes from that, bro. To me, it feels like really toxic.
It could be very toxic. Unless I'm a fly in the wall and I see everything that's going on, I can't really make a proper judgment.
I don't know shit. I'm just saying,
I don't either.
Based on my feelings when I watched that video, I'm just like, hey.
Yeah, it feels a bit icky.
Yeah.
But it sucks that brother and sister, they can't really, they aren't really talking to each other, and they're not really, putting forth any effort to be family anymore.
Well,
but
like you said, who knows what their actual situation is? Like,
Yeah.
they could be fine.
They could be. They're just
a lot of that
sick of
shit's
making content.
Teenage dramatics, also.
Yeah,
I was very
everything's
dramatic.
overblown. Everything's overblown when you're. Oh, and it looks like Ronald actually did. He actually did a reaction to it.
That's funny.
Well, I wonder what Ronald would have to say. I'm probably gonna check that out, see what Ronald has to say, and he'll probably shed some light on it. Because the older he gets, the more creative control and freedom he'll have to express himself online, unabated by anything that his parents might have to push down and push away. But we'll see. Anyway, though, that's gonna do it, everybody. This was the brutal collapse of SIS vs Bro by Sunny B2. If y'all want to see more from Sunny B2, feel free to click his name in the title of the video. And, of course, until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
I'm Chad.
Take care, everybody. Peace.